Alabama Barker recently attempted to respond to a situation, but things went completely downhill as the way she handled this situation was absolutely repulsive, and now her actions have sparked criticism all over the internet. For those unfamiliar, Alabama Barker is Travis Barker's daughter. She's also one of the Kardashians' stepdaughter, and her dad is the drummer from Blink-182. She is very young and has been in the public eye for her entire life, which a lot of people feel bad for her because it appears her parents haven't always closely supervised her. For instance, at the mere age of 16, she was seen drinking at a club with no adults present. And now, at only 18 years old, these are just some of the type of photos you'll catch her posting to millions of people on her Instagram. And I bet you can guess the type of people that would be scrolling through these type of photos. So it's pretty bad. But apart from that, she's been involved in a controversy recently that's been taking the internet by storm, you guys. This controversy began when another influencer by the name Kira posted a video discussing the similarities between Kylie Jenner and Alabama Barker, particularly their friendships with different women and their appropriation of black culture to appear more black. The video went somewhat viral, and Alabama, upset by this, seemed to have pulled an ad hominem attack on Kira's face because she responded by stitching Kira's video and mocking her appearance, specifically making fun of her eye bags, which people are just like, was such a low move on her end. What a way to respond to a video that was nothing but respectful. Now, Alabama's TikTok was only posted for a couple of minutes, but as we know how the internet is, people were quick to save it before she deleted it, and Kira ended up seeing the video, and boy, was her response on fire. A lot of people thought she handled the situation very classy and gracefully since the beginning, unlike Alabama, not going for other people's looks that they're born with.
When she had her black scent era. Not me getting trolled by Alabama Barker like I'm Tana Mojo or something. Literally last night I went to bed. Apparently Alabama posted this video and deleted it within 5 minutes. I guess Alabama Barker first off reported my video, which I had to appeal and restore. Second of all, made that video of me, a still frame of me in a video talking about something. But I'm sure she was scrolling like, oh yeah, this one, her under eyes are really popping. Look how ugly this non-Nepo baby is. Let me make fun of her face. And I guess the comments weren't really eating that up the way she expected, so she deleted it within 5 minutes, probably thinking I would never see, or maybe she initially intended for me to see. I'm just cackling at the idea of Alabama Barker scrolling my page trying to find an ugly still frame of me for this TikTok and being like, yeah, that under eyes are really pronounced in this. I think she's ugly. Let me post this. Anyways, what's kind of ironic and funny about that is how many comments are on that video saying I look like Jody Woods or Jordan Woods. Jody is like her, Alabama's alleged best friend, or maybe they have beef, whatever it is. I didn't mean to trigger her. I'm just kidding. I don't even think I really look very much like either of them. I'm just a light-skinned bitch. But there's a lot of comments about it.
She also talked about how she isn't the first one that Alabama Barker is suddenly attacking out of nowhere for what seems to be no apparent reason, as she's done this to Tana Mojo as well.
I also think it's funny given that Tana Mojo was trolled by Alabama Barker, and Tana Mojo also pointed out her black scent, saying, yes, and say that shit with your chest. And me saying that she has a black scent isn't really new information at all. Anything new. Do you know what I mean? And that was particularly the part of the video that she stitched. I just think it's funny because Tana Mojo pointed that out too. I also hate when girls who are very obviously like rarely seen without makeup want to talk about the aesthetics of someone who is not always into that. Like, we just have different aesthetics, but don't come for me and do a zoom in photo of me talking about something. Yes, I look overzealous and my eyes are wide and I have these under eye bags that I have to keep explaining to people, but I could just go like this. So why are we acting like we're going for the same aesthetic? Like a comparison is needed.
Tons of people all over TikTok were absolutely in support towards Kira and were siding with her throughout this whole mess, agreeing that they also don't like Alabama's antics. This whole persona that she puts on social media. This person said, Alabama Barker making fun of an educated black woman isn't a good look. Bro, Alabama Barker is so effing weird, I swear. Imagine growing up hella privileged and desperately trying to pretend you're from the hood. Effing effing weird, yo. I think Alabama Barker thinks she's black. She needs to be put in check. This person even said, Alabama Barker is Woah Vicky and Bad Baby mixed with nepotism added in. So weird because Alabama Barker wants to look like you. Come on now. I'm sorry, but if you have Tana Mojo calling you out for anything, that says a lot. Now, speaking of Tana Mojo, she was also someone who was also publicly targeted by Alabama, and Tana felt as though Alabama was coming for her looks as well, after she felt like she was shading her for no apparent reason, just to be petty it seemed. It's also funny given Tana is 25 and Alabama is like this 18-year-old little girl compared to her, and she's the one who started this beef that went viral all over the internet. A couple of months ago, Tana discussed Alabama's behavior towards her on an episode of her podcast called Cancelled. Tana felt belittled and called out Alabama for her rude behavior following an insulting comment she made on her TikTok comment section, where Alabama simply shared a video of herself and someone had commented, "It's giving Tana mongoose." It seemed as though Alabama saw being compared to Tana as an insult or something, because she snarkily replied back saying, "No thanks." And of course, Tana got pretty upset with that. Tana mentioned that the comment confused her, especially since Alabama had previously called her pretty and asked her for hair advice. She was also upset because she had defended her numerous times in the past when people would bash her online. Tana shared that she and Alabama had developed a friendship before this whole public fallout. Initially, they had a big sister, little sister relationship. Then out of the blue, Tana noticed that Alabama had unfollowed her on Instagram, which was just so strange to her. They would invite each other over, Tana would give her career advice. Tana also called her out for just being a straight up a-hole.
She messaged me on July 7th, 2018, slid into my DMs first and said, "Hey, just wanted to say you're really pretty." Oh, how sweet. That's really sweet. You know what I mean? I feel like 2019, I responded and I was like, icon. She was like, we should hang. I was like, big sis, little sis vibes. You're so sweet. She was like, all the way. Thank you. So are you. Response to my story. So pretty. Who dyes your hair? We have to hang. Thank you so much. Like, I tell her who does my hair. I'm sending her voice memos. We're going back and forth. I need a manager in 2021. I was like, I'll find you a manager. I'm like, I'm really like out here responding to this girl. You know what I mean? I invite her to my birthday party. She like is like, can I bring 15 people? Like my brother and fucking 83 people and plus whatever. I'm like, of course, we'll take care of you. Let's get you guys a table. Like, and then it was like, she kind of blew up, you know? And then she just stopped hitting me and whatever. And she became a fucking Kardashian. Like, I'm not tripping on that. I know that that's 80% of people in LA, whatever. But I still would comment on her photos now and again, whatever. I noticed one day that she's unfollowed me, right? And it's kind of like, okay.
Ouch.
She posted a TikTok the other day and someone commented on it and said, "It's giving Tana mongoose." And she responded back to their comment and she said, "No thanks."
Oof.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks. First of all, if looking like me is giving no thanks, why'd you slide in and say I was pretty? Why did you want my hair girl 17 times? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, one thing I've never been is that type of person. Even when I was like 18, 19, I would never, if someone said it's giving Iggy Azalea, I would have never said no thanks.
What the fuck?
Like, that's essentially saying no thanks, I don't want to look like that.
And clearly, we're seeing it's more than one influencer now who thinks there's just something off with Alabama Barker, with the way she all of a sudden seems to come for people for literally no reason. It's like, I don't get what she thinks she'd get out of being mean to people publicly, and yeah, there's that saying of bad publicity is still publicity, but I feel like this is only doing her more damage, as now she's getting even more backlash all over social media and ruining her image. That's how people who can't handle the truth act. Petty AF. That's what white privilege looks like at its peak. Screams insecure. Exactly. If she wasn't trying to act black, she could have ignored it or corrected her politely. Except she chose to respond to it impolitely like the petty she is. The fact her whole aesthetic is trying and failing to replicate a black woman. Kiara's eye bags are actually really cute, unlike Sweet Home Alabama's hateful attitude. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on this entire mess of a situation? How do you think Alabama took it? Did you see anything wrong with it? And how do you think Kiara handled this situation? Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.